What is good, yo? It's your boy Ty back here with another video. And in this video today, we are going to be going over the top 10 small forwards in NBA 2K21 MyTEAM. Now, the small forward position is so weak. You look at like Melo obviously has the most Hall of Fame badges at 40. And after that, Jarrett Culver might be second at 31. Like, the small forward position is just awful as a whole. It is just absolutely terrible. You look up and down the list and it's like, who do I even include on this list? Like, there's not a lot here. And so it's really, you got to pick and choose who you think deserves to be on this list at the small forward position, because again, not a deep position at all, and it's not even top heavy. Like, there's not one guy on this list that I would recommend running in like the best squad possible. But before we dive into the small forward list, if you are new to my channel and have not yet, please consider smashing that subscribe button as we are on the road to 60,000 subscribers. Starting the list off at number 10 is a guy that I'm higher on than a lot of guys in the community in Galaxy Opal, Jimmy Buckets. What it really came down to is, in a comp game right now, would I prefer Jimmy Butler or Jarrett Culver? And I would prefer Jimmy Butler right now as it currently sits. And that's just because I'm more comfortable with him. I think I would knock down more shots with him. And just because I think Jimmy Butler is 6'7" gives you that little bit more. Hotspots from everywhere outside the top of the key. Obviously 6'7", 6'8" wingspan, 17 Hall of Famers, 21 on gold, 93 ball, 90 driving dunk, 90 speed ball, 86 ball, 92 speed acceleration, as well as a 96 lateral quickness. You look at those stats, and I feel like a lot of people sleep on him now just for the current era we're in. Gold Showtime, Hall of Fame slithery contact, shooting wise, Hall of Fame catch and shoot, Hall of Fame flexible green machine, tireless shooter, volume shooter, gold range extender. Obviously, you're gonna need to upgrade these badges and apply some badges. Does come with Hall of Fame quick first step, comes with unpluckable, Hall of Fame intimidator, off-ball pass, pick dodger, and tireless defender. I get it, the no Hall of Fame clamps, but I think he is fine without him. He's still going to be a top tier defender, great tendencies through and through. Jump shot, 22 on quick, an incredible release, Pro 2 size of escape, Pro 1 moving by the back. I'm telling you guys, a lot of people sleep on Jimmy Butler, and I think a big reason because of that is just because he is that little bit outdated. You can't give him ankle breaker. You're going to need to apply handles for days. He's not perfect by no means, but I do think he deserves that number 10 spot on this list. Coming in one step higher at number 9 for me is Pink Diamond Gerald Wallace, 6'7", 6'10", wingspan, 16 Hall of Famers, 29 on gold. And I mean, he's pretty similar to what Jimmy Butler is going to give you. 88 3 ball, 95 driving dunk, 90 speed with ball, 94 speed acceleration, as well as a 97 lateral quickness. The big thing that I like about Gerald Wallace is his Hall of Fame showtime. Shooting wise, obviously you're going to need to put range extender on him, flexible on him to make him kind of that top tier level shooter. Does come with Hall of Fame quick first step, gold unpluckable. Defensively, this is where he's going to be just that little bit better than Jimmy Butler. Hall of Fame clamps, heart crusher, interceptor, intimidator, pick dodger, pickpocket, as well as tireless defender. Tendency wise, very solid through and through, especially defensively. I just don't love jump shot 4 on quick. I just don't. That's just as simple as I can put it. As well as the fact that dribbling guys outside of the burst, he's not really going to give you much. I mean, he's just not. He's going to be basically a 3-and-D type player with the ability to attack the rim and a Hall of Fame showtime. In my opinion, it's really preference between a Gerald Wallace type player and Jimmy Butler. I just think Gerald Wallace, being kind of newer, is just that little bit better than Jimmy Buckets. Coming in at number 8 is Galaxy Opal Deadlift Shrimp, 6'9", 7-foot wingspan, hotspots from everywhere outside the 3-point line, 27 Hall of Famers, 30 on gold. Now, before I dive into deadlift, I do want to say he's better on next gen with Hall of Fame steady than current gen. But I will say on current gen, I'm not a huge fan of him just because of how mid he is on defense. But he's still going to be good at what he does. 93 3-ball, only an 80 driving dunk, only an 84 speed ball, 88 speed, 88 acceleration, 89 lateral quickness. Such a mid defender for our current time. Gold showtime. Shooting wise, current gen, next gen, it's not going to matter. Shooting badges are absolutely incredible. Obviously, next gen with the Hall of Fame blinders, he is that little bit better. Playmaker wise, Hall of Fame quick first step, unpluckable. Defensively, guys, I'm telling you, he's just so mediocre. Not even mediocre. He's not very good for the time we're in on the defensive end. Tendency wise, he's fine. Sigs wise, Gallo's release on quick. You guys know how I feel about that release. Absolutely chicken, man, is this Deadlift Shrimp card. Pro 2 sides of escape. He is 6'9" with that weighs 214, so he is going to be able to do it on current gen as well. Pro 6 moving behind the back, Pro 6 moving tween. Obviously does have Showtime dunks as well. Deadlift strength is one of those players that he just has to fit your type of play style. You know, what do you need out of your small forward, power forward? What do they need to do? So if it's just knock down wide open shots, then Deadlift may be the guy for you. Coming in at number 7 for me is Pink Diamond Jack Marin, Chicken Man Jack himself, 6'7", 6'10" wingspan. I know he's a lot better on current gen than next gen, so basically the opposite of Deadlift. 18 Hall of Famers, 27 on gold, 93 3 ball, 90 driving dunk, 90 speed with ball, 90 speed acceleration as well as a 93 lateral quickness. You obviously got to put Showtime on him, but he does come with Hall of Fame slithery and contact. Shooting wise, Hall of Fame flexible, slippery off ball, hot starts, high shooter, volume shooter. Only gold, hot zone hunter, and range extender, but still very, very solid, especially with his release. Play wise, Hall of Fame handles for days, quick first step, unpluckable, does come with gold ankle breaker, you know, this tight handle space grade as well. Defensively, only gold clamps, but does have Hall of Fame heart crusher and intimidator. Tendency wise, he is fine, not incredible, but he's fine. Driving dunk tendency is a 95. The big thing is the Larry Bird release on quick. I don't know what release 56 upper is, but supposedly I loved Elgin Baylor's release. I like Deadlift Shrimp's release. Millsap's release is chicken. Everybody loves Pete Maravich's release. So maybe it's the release 56 upper combined with the Larry Bird base. I don't know. But I absolutely love Jack Marin's Larry Bird release. I was so chicken with it when I used him. Pro 2 size of escape, Pro 1 tween isn't terrible. Pro 1 movement behind the back, again, I don't mind that at all. I do like Jack Marin. There was a time I thought he was better than Terry Dischinger. I obviously thought better of that, but I do love Chicken Man Jack. Now, I might be biased here because objectively, I have never used this Galaxy Opal Andre Iguodala card. So this is just me saying things based on what I hear and obviously what I think of his stats, badges, release, all of it. Andre Iguodala at number 6, 6'6", 6'11" wingspan, 30 Hall of Famers, 16 on gold, hotspots from everywhere outside of the top of the key, 93 ball, 95 driving dunk, 90 speed with ball, 94 speed acceleration was a 97 lateral quickness, Hall of Fame Showtime contact finisher, only gold range extender, does have the Hall of Fame catch and shoot, which I like quite a bit, Hall of Fame ankle breaker, high handles for days, quick first step, tight handles, unpluckable, defensively going to be very, very solid as well. Tendency wise, 100 driving dunk tendency, good enough defensive tendencies. Iggy's release on quick, Pro 2 size of escape, Pro 5 moving that behind the back. There's really no reason Iggy's bad in the game. Like, I don't want to sit here and say he's bad. But objectively, what does he give you, you know, over some of the guys even lower on my list? Like, he's just nothing to write home about, especially with his release. His release isn't the worst, but it's not obviously the best release in the game. And even compared to Jack Marin, right? He obviously does more things for you, but I much prefer Jack Marin's release. Iggy, he's not bad. He's just not a perfect card. And for his value, I'm not really a huge fan of the guy. Coming in at number 5 for me is Pink Diamond Terry Dischinger, the dentist man himself. People played over 2,000 games to get Terry, and a lot of people for the current triple threat offline card are playing upwards of 800 to 1,000. It's absolutely ridiculous. Looking at the dentist here, hotspots from everywhere, 17 Hall of Famers, 30 on gold, 93 3 ball, 95 driving dunk, 93 speed ball, 86 ball, 93 speed acceleration as well as a 94 lateral quickness. Hall of Fame Showtime flexible range extender, gold hot zone hunter, Hall of Fame quick first step, gold unpluckable, Hall of Fame Intimidator, Off-Ball Pest, and Pick Dodger. So he's just an all-around pretty complete card. I mean, you look at defense, playmaking, shooting, and finishing. Terry can really do it all for you. Tendency-wise, 100 driving dunk tendency, good enough defensive tendency. Sigs-wise, Rudy's release on quick, absolutely butter. Pro 2 size of escape, Pro 4 move on the back. Obviously, I'm not a huge fan of, as well as the Pro 8 tween, which is absolutely incredible. I was a huge fan of Terry for his time. It's just the more time that goes on, and even when I tried to go back and use Terry Dischinger, I just can't do it. Coming in at number 4 for me is Galaxy Opal Cedric Maxwell, 6'8", 7'1" wingspan, and I played Terry Dischinger in 250K over Cedric, but looking back on it, I do think Cedric Maxwell is the better card. He is a little bit taller. Obviously, hotspots are pretty good everywhere outside of the top of the key. 27 Hall of Famers, 25 on gold. Only an 85 3-ball, but I mean, if you give him a shoe coach, you can get that into the low 90s. Driving dunk is a 95, which is ridiculously high. 93 speed ball, 95 speed acceleration, as well as a lateral quickness of 95. Hall of Fame Showtime, shooting wise, he does have 5 Hall of Fame badges, but like clutch shooter, difficult shots, are not badges I'm super high on. Does have Hall of Fame hot start, tireless shooter, and volume shooter. Comes with gold, flexible, hot zone hunter, and range. Playmaker wise, Hall of Fame handles for days, quick first step, tie handles, as well as unpluckable. And then defensively, he is absolutely incredible. This is where I do think he really excels over a guy like Terry Dischinger. Tendency wise, absolutely stellar. 6 wise, jump shot, 3 on quick. I actually like that release quite a bit. Pro 2 size of escape, Pro 1 moving behind the back as well. It is the Pro 3 tween, which I'm not a huge fan of. But the Pro 1 moving behind the back, I'll say it, on current gen is just fine. I don't mind that behind the back at all. I'm a pretty big fan of Cedric the more I use him, but it's just like for the time we're in, he's so mid. I hate calling players mid, but Cedric Maxwell isn't going to be a player that you're just like, wow, this card is insanely good. Coming in at number 3 is our only diamond on my list in Diamond Sean Elliott. 6'8", 6'11 wingspan, 20 Hall of Famers, 16 on gold. Hotspots from everywhere outside of the 3-point line. 94 3 ball, 80 driving dunk, 85 speed ball, 86 ball note, 89 speed. This was a 94 lateral quickness. Stat wise, pretty mid all the way around. But what the stats don't tell are his shooting badges. Hall of Fame range, slippery off ball, tireless shooter, volume shooter, Hall of Fame flexible, hot zone hunter, green machine. You're not gonna find many players with this array of shooting badges. Flexible, hot zone hunter, range extender, catch and shoot, or slippery off ball even. You guys know I love that badge. Comes as gold, unpluckable, Hall of Fame quick first step. Defensively, Hall of Fame clamps, hard crusher, intimidator, pick, dodger, ties, fender, and trapper. He's not necessarily the most complete player with only 36 badges, but the badges he does have are very solid. I'm a big fan of Sean Elliott. Currently use him on my no money spent account, as most of you guys probably know. Tendency wise, pretty solid. The big thing for him, jump shot 29, Zion's release on quick with the release 56 upper that we were talking about earlier. Pro 2 sides of escape, I really don't use that much for Sean Elliott, but he does have it. Pro 6 move by the back, as well as the Pro 8 tween. All I'm going to say is this right now. If we get a better Sean Elliott later on in the year, watch out, because this reward, Season 6 Sean Elliott, is absolutely insane. Coming in at number 2 on my list is Dark Matter Carmelo Anthony. You guys probably thought he was a shoo-in for number 1. Little did you guys know who I got in store at number 1. Melo, 6'8", 7-foot wingspan, hotspots from everywhere, 40 Hall of Famers, 21 on gold, 97 3 ball, 95 driving dunk, 93 speed ball, 98 ball handle, 97 speed acceleration, as well as a 97 lateral quickness. Hall of Fame Showtime, has every shooting badge you could want on next gen with the Hall of Fame steady. Current gen steady obviously isn't the best thing, but you can make it work. Playing wise, Hall of Fame ankle breaker, handles today's quick first step, space creator, stop and go, tie handles, unpluckable. Defensively, very complete as well. So you're wondering, what is wrong with Melo? Well, you know, he's got great badges, by far the best stats and badges on this list. Tendency-wise, insane. This is what's wrong with him. The Melo base is terrible. I will say that forever. The Carmelo Anthony base is terrible. He can't curry. His dribble sigs aren't good. And so all that Melo gives you guys is good stats, good badges, and good tendencies. The most important part of a player are his release and his dribble sigs, in which Carmelo Anthony doesn't have those two things. Like, he just doesn't. If we're in a comp game tonight, I would much rather use the guy at number 1 than Dark Matter Carmelo Anthony. Coming in as my best small forward in NBA 2K21 MyTEAM right now, at least on current gen, it's Pink Diamond Andrew Wiggins. 6'8", 7-foot wingspan, hotspots from everywhere outside of the left hash. 27 Hall of Famers, 18 on gold, 89 3-ball. Again, shoe coach, you're going to get that up into at least the mid-90s. 98 driving dunk, 92 speed ball, 95 speed acceleration, as well as a 95 lateral quickness. Hall of Fame Showtime, catch and shoot, corner specialist, tireless shooter, hot start. Gold hot zone hunter, range extender, playmaker-wise, Hall of Fame quick first step, unpluckable. Defensively, gives you basically what Carmelo Anthony does. Tendency-wise, 100 driving dunk tendency, great defensive tendencies. Jump shot 22 on quick. Absolutely so much better of a release than Carmelo Anthony. Not even comparable. Pro 2 sides of escape, Pro 1 moving behind the back. I think, I'm pretty confident, if I was to go into a 250K tournament tonight and I had the choice between Andrew Wiggins and Carmelo Anthony, I would guarantee I would choose Andrew Wiggins. Outside of a couple Hall of Fame badges being a couple stats here and there, he's basically identical stat and badge wise, a little bit worse, but the SIGs more than make up for it. Jump shot 22 on quick. You're not going to find an easier release to green in the game. That is why Andrew Wiggins is my best small forward currently in NBA 2K21. Guys, let me know in the comments if your favorite player was left off the list. If you guys think Jarrett Culver got snubbed, Paul Pierce, let me know that down below in the comments, guys. Again, I probably left somebody on the off the list that did deserve to be on it, but it was kind of tough, especially when you got 7 through 10 coming up with those guys on this list. But I hope you guys did enjoy the video. Drop a like on the video, subscribe if you are new, and as always, man, I love you guys, and have a blessed day.